It's a catastrophe waiting to happen.
A Team 10 investigation revealed a policy change that some say will mean slower wildfire response times. The people who can do something about it have been warned, but Team 10 investigator Allison Ash learned those warnings apparently have fallen on deaf ears. Allison.
Yeah, now after sources came to Team 10 and told us that on-call Forest Service fire chiefs could no longer take their duty vehicles home, County Supervisor Diane Jacob called it bad public policy and fired off a letter to the Forest Service. Now the leader of a firefighter advocacy group is telling me it'll probably take a fire disaster to get the federal government to fix what he called a dangerous problem. The Chariot fire in the Cleveland National Forest didn't hesitate to devour thousands of acres on Mount Laguna, wiping out the shrine camp and keeping firefighters busy for days. But it's those same firefighters with the Forest Service who now say the decision made in Washington, D.C. to keep on-call fire chiefs from taking home their duty vehicles was a potentially dangerous mistake. That
command vehicle is a tool of the job. And if you don't have it, or you have to go get it and then respond, time's ticking. And
Casey Judd is the president of the Federal Wildlife Service Association. He's been lobbying lawmakers and the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which is responsible for the Forest Service, to rethink that take-home car policy.
It is simply a governmental policy that is a square policy trying to be fit into a round hole. And it just doesn't work in the case of emergency responses.
Judd says the policy isn't just a problem for San Diego, it's statewide because fires can happen anytime, anywhere in California. And he told me if the feds think they're saving money with this policy, they're wrong.
And as long as that federal resource is not on the scene of that federal wildfire, the taxpayers are paying a higher rate to pay for the command services that are waiting for the federal response to occur.
Sadly, Judd says it will probably take a fire disaster to bring home the point that in the bone-dry state of California, fire crews need to be ready 24/7. Judd tells me he's reached out to Senator Dianne Feinstein and to Congressman Duncan Hunter. They seem sympathetic, but nothing, he said, has changed. The Forest Service supervisor says the vehicles can be taken home during Santa Ana wind conditions and other fire emergencies. We will keep on following this one, of course, and we'll let you know if anything happens.
We know you will, Allison. Team 10 is always working to get results. If you have a story idea, just email us at team10@10news.com.